Maybe you're not broken. Over the past week, I've shared something that I believe changes lives. Not because it's another strategy, not because it's another mindset hack, because it's a different way of understanding what it means to be human. We've explored why you keep second guessing yourself, why you know what to do but you don't always do it, why guilt appears the moment you choose yourself, why the closer you get to the life you truly want, the louder your doubt becomes. Why one unconscious sentence can quietly shape decades of decisions. And perhaps as you've read these posts, you've recognized yourself in some way. Not in just one of them, maybe in all of them. If that happened, I want to tell you something that I hope you never forget. Perhaps you're not broken. Perhaps you have simply been living from an identity that no longer fits. An identity that was never designed to help you thrive. It was designed to help you survive. And survival is incredible. It got you here. It protected you. It adapted. It kept you moving through seasons that asked more of you than you should ever have had to carry. But there comes a moment in everyone's person's life when the identity that once protected them starts limiting them. The behaviors don't disappear. The circumstances may change, but the unconscious identity stays the same. That's why people can leave one relationship and find themselves in another just like it. Why they change jobs but still feel unseen. Why they move towns, start business, lose weight, achieve success, yet still feel like something inside hasn't changed, because behavior is rarely the beginning of the story. It's the result of the story. This is why I don't start with behavior. Most people spend years trying to change what they do. I help people uncover who has been making those decisions, because when you uncover the unconscious identity that has been creating the behavior no longer has to be forced to change. It changes because the identity beneath it has changed. That's what the human reset is. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about understanding who you've become, why you've become that person, and consciously choosing who you want to become next. Over 12 months, we walk that journey together. You learn to recognize your unconscious patterns instead of being controlled by them. You learn to regulate your nervous system instead of living in constant survival mode. You reconnect with the parts of yourself that were buried beneath years of responsibility, fear, people-pleasing, guilt, or even self-doubt. And from that place, you begin building a life that reflects who you truly are, rather than who your past taught you to be. You think you're stuck, but you're not. You're simply living from that version of yourself that was built to survive a life you've already outgrown. And if this week's posts have felt like they were written for you, if you've recognized yourself in these patterns, if something inside you has been whispering, I don't want to keep living the same story, then perhaps this is your moment. Not because I'm here to rescue you, because you're finally ready to see yourself differently. If you're ready to stop repeating the same story, send me the word reset and let's have a conversation. No pressure, no pretending, just an honest conversation where you are you and we find out what's really been keeping you there. And whether the human reset is right, the right next step for you or not. Because your next chapter doesn't begin by trying harder. It begins by seeing yourself clearly for the very first time.